Jessica Livingston's collection of candid interviews pulls back the curtain on the earliest days of the tech industry, offering a raw and unfiltered look at the human stories behind iconic companies. Through conversations with founders from diverse eras, from the pioneers of the personal computer to the architects of the early web, the book dismantles the myth of the overnight success. Instead, it paints a consistent picture of success born from adaptation, resilience, and often, sheer accident. The real value lies not in a prescribed formula, but in the accumulated wisdom of those who navigated uncertainty, doubt, and failure on their way to changing the world. A recurring theme is the fluid nature of a startup's mission. Rarely did a company achieve fame with its original idea. PayPal began not as an online payment giant, but as cryptography software for Palm Pilots, a tool for beaming money between handheld devices. Its pivot to a web-based service was a desperate, user-driven shift that unlocked explosive growth. Similarly, Blogger emerged as an almost accidental offshoot of a failed project management software company. Its founder, Evan Williams, persisted with the simple publishing tool out of personal conviction, nearly going bankrupt before it found its massive audience. These stories underscore a critical lesson: rigid attachment to an initial plan can be a liability. Success often comes from observing how people actually use your product and having the courage to follow that lead, even if it means abandoning your founding vision. The path of innovation is also littered with initial rejection. Truly novel ideas frequently appear nonsensical or unnecessary to contemporary observers. Steve Perlman faced immense skepticism when pitching Web TV, an early vision for interactive television. Investors could not fathom why anyone would want to do more than change channels. Sabir Bhatia and Jack Smith battled the prevailing wisdom that email was solely a corporate utility, fighting to convince backers that a free, web-accessible email service for individuals was a viable concept. Their eventual triumph with Hotmail highlights a founder's need for unwavering belief in the face of widespread doubt. The market often cannot see the potential for what has never existed before. Conviction must bridge the gap between idea and acceptance. Perhaps counterintuitively, the book suggests that assembling the right team can precede and even outweigh the importance of a specific idea. Joe Kraus and his 5 Stanford friends started Excite with no business concept whatsoever, trusting that their collective passion and intellect would eventually uncover an opportunity. They were proven right during a casual brainstorming session. Arthur Van Hoff's team left Sun Microsystems with a pool of money and a blank slate, confident that their first idea would likely be wrong, but that their collaborative ability to pivot would lead them to the right one, which became Marimba. This approach champions flexibility and trust over a rigid, preordained plan, emphasizing that a great team can discover and execute a great idea, while a mediocre team can fumble a brilliant one. Many of these world-changing enterprises began not as grand commercial ventures, but as solutions to personal annoyances or private hobbies. Yahoo started as Jerry and David's Guide to the World Wide Web, a simple list of links created by 2 PhD students to manage their own research. Del.icio.us was born from Joshua Schachter's personal need to organize his vast collection of internet bookmarks, leading him to invent the concept of social tagging. These founders built tools they themselves wanted, and in doing so, inadvertently solved problems for millions. This pattern suggests that deep, personal understanding of a problem can be a more potent starting point than abstract market analysis. The narrative also offers cautionary tales about the dangers of excess, particularly too much funding too soon. A common thread among many founders is the creative constraint and focus bred by necessity. Operating with limited resources forces ingenuity, lean operations, and a direct connection to customer revenue. Conversely, a large influx of venture capital can lead to bloat, distraction, and a loss of the scrappy, problem-solving ethos that defined the company's early days. The message is clear: money is a tool, not a substitute for a sustainable business model or product-market fit. Underpinning all these stories is a fundamental ethos of honesty and utility. As echoed by founders like Paul Graham, the most sustainable path is to build something people genuinely need and to communicate about it with transparent integrity. This builds lasting trust and avoids the pitfalls of hype and deception. Furthermore, success is often tethered to the elusive element of timing. A brilliant idea can fail if the world isn't ready, as seen in many premature technologies. Flickr's rise was propelled by the concurrent spread of digital cameras and broadband internet, creating the perfect moment for photo sharing. The founder's ability to recognize and seize that moment was as crucial as the product itself. Ultimately, Founders at Work is a testament to the human elements of entrepreneurship. It is less a business textbook and more a series of intimate portraits capturing the doubt, the euphoria, the blind alleys, and the lucky breaks. The technology described may have evolved, but the core lessons about adaptability, team dynamics, customer focus, and resilient perseverance remain timeless. For anyone curious about the real origins of the digital world, this book provides an indispensable, ground-level view of how it was built, one improvised step at a time.